A great show lined up for you. Well, we all know how painful it can be being dumped by your partner. But according to a new report, there's one relationship breakup that can be even worse. Being ditched by your best friend. There's Paris Hilton and Kim Kardashian, Madonna and Gwyneth Paltrow. Even Jennifer and Courtney have struggled being friends. So why are female best friends so important, and how do you cope with a breakup? To tell us more, I'm joined by psychologist Jacqueline Saad. Good morning, Jacqueline. How are you?
Well, thank you.
So tell me, why are best friends to girls so important?
Well, they really serves a lot of purpose for us. It gives us a sense of belonging, a bit of a connection, you know, someone to have as a platform to share ideas and just share little goals and aspirations. And of course we all love to shop together, and you can't do that alone all the time.
Of course we can't.
You know, it really is about just that whole bonding experience.
And girls tend to have more intimate conversations with their girlfriends than they do with men, don't they?
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. So there's certainly some things that you might feel more comfortable sharing with your female best friend before you want to talk to your partner. So.
And do you think the girls on the whole are closer to their girlfriends than they are to their actual partners?
You know, that's a difficult one to answer, because I really think it can depend. I mean, if the partnership that you're in has been for the same amount of time that you've had your friend for, then you really should be as honest with your partner as well. But perhaps, you know, you want to sort of test something that you might want to say or get their advice before you go to your partner.
Right, okay. Now, women can be quite cruel. Paris Hilton, when she kind of broke up with her ex-bestie, Kim Kardashian, said, and I quote, "Her backside was like cottage cheese inside a big trash bag." That was lovely, wasn't it? They can be cruel sometimes.
Absolutely.
What a
terrible thing to say about someone. I think that really lets us know that there's a lot of hurt and pain going on for that person. So perhaps in that particular situation, you know, that person's there projecting their insecurity, their sort of inability to cope with the loss of the friendship, and they're putting it onto the other person. But it's really not necessary at the end of the day. I mean, you really want to make sure you're taking a mature approach. And
it's not very mature, you know, talking about cottage cheese.
No,
backside,
absolutely not. I mean, you've got to think about it. Would you want someone to say that about you?
No,
so you're putting it out
I'd
there,
kill
you've got
them.
to get it back. Exactly.
Okay. Can lost best friends ever be recovered again?
It really depends on why the friendship broke up in the first place. So if it was something that was very trivial and everyone wanted to avoid the confrontation, and so the friendship broke up, then perhaps, yeah, you could go back and revisit that and really just explore why you felt the friendship wasn't working. Sometimes we do just need to accept that our values have changed, we've changed, different factors or in our lives changed. Perhaps someone got married, the other person's still single, and we just have to move on and let it go.
Because you can grow apart sometimes as friends.
Absolutely,
can't you?
and you start to see those sort of signs in the way that you interact with one another. So perhaps when you're on the phone, there's more silences. You know, when you're around each other, you might feel a little bit nervous and edgy and things like that, or you're just feeling that you're always giving and the person's always taking. So
quickly, what's the best way to cope if you have been dumped by a bestie?
Okay, so the best thing to do would be just to accept that it's happened, to deal with the pain and the hurt, use it as an experience to reflect upon. Perhaps there's something you can learn about yourself and how you were a friend in that particular relationship. And just to try and continue to focus on the current support group that you've got and rebuild your social network.
So look at the glass half full.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Jacqueline. I appreciate your time this morning.
You.